What if I told you there was a game? A game everyone played at some point, and then had it wiped from their memory, like the CIA does to me every time there's a new Jeffrey Epstein. A game so good, everyone from babies to top-tier sicko psychopath speedrunners could play it. A game whose soundtrack still beats most AAA, indie, and everything in between soundtracks. A game with gameplay so tight and consistent that you could yourself if you jumped from the skill ceiling to the skill floor. And what if I told you that the company who made it was named EA? That's right, libtards and democrats. I'm talking about SSX3, the greatest video game to have ever graced God's beautiful green earth. The sickest, most radical extreme snowboarding sports game ever conceived. And it came out 20 fucking years ago. Firstly, let me introduce you to the 2000s personalities that make up the soul of the game. From left to right, we got Zoe, the punk emo chick who kicks the shit out of you. Moby, the British DJ athlete extraordinaire. Simon, your local psych ward escapee. Griff, a child. Viggo, the superstar rich kid with a personality that matches his description exactly. Elise, the SSX veteran extreme snowboarder. Nate, Mac, another veteran snowboarder and world-renowned DJ. Allegra, who is 90 kilotons of angst and rage in a compact frame, but also on the cover art. And Kaori, who Watashi wa eigo o hanasemasen. Gomenasai. Kawaii buri buri. Now you may be thinking that 10 isn't all that much, and you'd be right, if only it weren't for the 28 unlockable cheat characters. We've got Robot, Bigfoot, Cold Guy, Colder Guy, Funky Guy, Fat Guy, Dead Guy, Cow Guy, and the list goes on and on. After all, the game was made back when cheats were a thing in video games. But if all of that still isn't enough to suck you in, save for the cheat characters, all of the base characters are fully voiced, and they even interact with each other when you're racing down the courses. They'll yell an offhanded insult at you if you overtake them, and they'll even get upset if you pass them. They actually yell out your character's name and yell something at them. Oh, I'm getting pissed. He has motherfucker on his cap. And if you weren't immersed enough, the game even has a messages tab for receiving tutorial tips. But the other characters also send you messages. Wait, hold on, I got a text message. I got a text message from Simon. You gotta put Mac in his place. I do it, but I'm busy. Now let me talk about the music for a sec. All in total, you have around 40 different songs. And these aren't like your orchestral tracks composed specifically for the game, specifically for this purpose. No. These are actual, real songs bought and licensed for use in the game. Fatboy Slim, Yellow Card, KOs, Jerk It Out by Caesars for fuck's sake. We've got some real men's tracks up in this bitch. Just for reference, Elden Ring, which came out in 2022, has 67 total songs. Now, number of songs does not necessarily equal quality, but let me raise you this. Each of the 40 songs in SSX3 have 3 different mixes of themselves that the game adaptively switches between whenever you as the player do something. This means that there are effectively 120 songs in the game. There's one for being on the ground with no Uber, one for on the ground and Uber Zone 2 or above, and one for when you're in the air, and it switches between them smoothly. There's also one for a few specific spots in the game when you go through an ice cave. The adaptiveness of it all really helps keep the flow of the game going and makes me want to restart the whole course I'm on when I fuck up and lose Uber. Speaking of Uber, I think it's about time I gave some insights into some of the gameplay mechanics I've been talking about. If I had to describe the gameplay in one word, it would be hypnotic. Tight controls allow you to take turns and pull off tricks only thought to be theoretically possible. Smooth and flowing level design make you feel like a movie hero bravely fighting for first place. The trick system, and by extension the Uber system, push you over the edge of racing game focused into arcade game territory, and the little pickups you get push even harder. All of the design elements I've mentioned so far work together in beautiful cooperation to put you into a trance, and when you finally snap out, the course is over and you've got 900 octodecillion points. There are two course types in the game: race, where you fight for first place in a race down a course, and freestyle, where you build up as many points as you can before you hit the finish line. At the end of each course, race or freestyle, you get awarded one of 4 medals based on performance: gold for first, silver for second, and dogshit medal for anything below silver. The coveted platinum medal, however, you can only get by beating the gold medal record by a landslide. Like, I'm talking a 50-second gap on a race, and 100,000 points versus 1,000,000 points on a freestyle course. Of course, to get these kinds of points, you need to do Uber tricks and build Uber. What is Uber? Uber is the bar on the right side of the screen that says Uber, dumbass. Think of it like Boost. The more boost you have, the faster you can go. But if you fill your boost meter, you hit... You can get an instant Uber Zone 1 if you knock down another character, but the other 2 you have to trick for. This really helps with getting platinum runs on races, but it also promotes domestic violence and undead violence. If you manage to then land 4 Uber tricks, you hit... And keeping with the trend, if you max out the letters at the top, you spell out Super Uber, and you hit... At this tier, boost is infinite, and you don't lose your Uber zone when you go down. However, this only lasts for a certain amount of time. Afterwards, you are reset to Uber Zone 2. That just about covers all that I wanted to say. My only complaint with the game is that there isn't more of it that I can play through. Well, except for... In 2005, right after SSX On Tour was released, the Xbox 360 dropped. It took EA Sports Big 7 years to make a new SSX game. This new game, however, promised to be bigger, faster, and infinitely more like Modern Warfare than SSX 3. In 2012, SSX for the Xbox 360 was dropped, lovingly named SSX 2012, and it went something like this.
デイビッド、俺はここで死ぬ。お前は生きろ。人より速く走れるんだろう。走り抜けろ。
Hey, if you like the gameplay and want to see some uncut footage, you can check out my VODs channel where the full stream I did is. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching this video to the very end. I got more content squirming down my pipeline, so keep an eye out. See ya!